experiment day in the garden. I feel like I'm always trying to find a more resourceful, more sustainable way to keep my garden growing. And I say sustainable as in, I guess you could say low maintenance. I don't want to keep buying things to keep the garden going. I don't want to keep repairing things to keep the garden going. I feel like the last few years have always been repairing, and building. And so I'm at the point now where I feel like I'm crossing this threshold of, okay, finally I can focus on growing and maintaining. So with that said, this is one of two piles of trash. This is, I think it's Agrabah. I can't remember what it was called online. We bought it for our cabbage beds and our brassicas. Y'all, this did not even last a month. And so once the birds got in here, and we have some other critters that I think were climbing on top of it, it was shredded. From the storm that we had this past weekend that knocked the tree down, we had the wind just took one completely out of the beds, and so it is just in pieces. So I came up with an idea, and I wanted to try this again. We're experimenting. We're going to see if this works. In the meantime, you can see that my cabbage beds are uncovered, and I have some very unwelcomed, very pretty white butterflies flying around. If you know, you know. We don't really want those white butterflies in our gardens. So let me show you what I came up with. So I bought a cheap bed skirt at a yard sale, and if you ever had bed skirts, you'll know that around the ruffle is this really fine mesh that is in the center that usually goes under your mattress on top of your box spring. So I cut the ruffle off because we all know, well, if you don't know, I own a boutique and it's a redesign business, so I use ruffles to add to aprons and skirts. So I'm thinking this can let water through, it can let sun through, and it's going to last a whole lot longer than that Agrabah and the stuff that you can buy on Amazon. So I am going to repair my hoops, because I think one of the problems I have is my hoops are too short. So I'm going to take these apart and I'm going to attach them to those and make them taller. And then I'm going to see if I can attach this to it and try and save some of my cabbage. I really, really want cabbage. I have a lot of other stuff I need to do out here, but like strawberries is going to be one of my jobs today. We pulled the broccoli and cauliflower and gave it to the chickens. As you can hear, when I come out here, they all want to talk to me. They were so quiet earlier when I was working out here, but anyway, they just want to say hi. So I have purple cabbage there, and I have purple cabbage over here, and I also have some green cabbage. Now, the purple cabbage just looks so wonderful. I've never grown purple cabbage before, and I really, really want this to do well so that I can harvest it, make sauerkraut, and all the things. Yeah, all the things. There's some more shredded of that fabric. I haven't picked all of that up yet. I think I have most of it. Now, I was looking over here at the cabbages earlier, and I really think what I'm going to end up having to do is to harvest these. I don't know if because the plastic was too small or if we just didn't water it enough, but they are not that big, and they are really solid. So these leaves are some of these are starting to really wilt a little bit, and so I don't think they're going to get much bigger. I mean, compared to the purple cabbage, they don't even have much of a head yet, and they're already so much taller, at least twice as big. So I think what I might do is harvest these small little heads. I mean, they could probably do a quart jar of sauerkraut, and that would be just wonderful for me. I just do not take for granted every little harvest. So yeah, I think these are going to go inside because, like I said, I don't think their heads are going to get much bigger than they already are. You can see the honeybee on their oregano. And I really would rather just pull them and focus on trying to cover this. Got one section covered with that, I would think it was some type of tulle. This is the bed, and y'all, you don't have to have expensive stuff. Thrifted, and my clothespins actually fit on my bars. So this is bendable PVC pipe. Go to Lowe's or your hardware store, ask for bendable PVC pipe. It's so much cheaper than the wire, and we have found it's cheaper than buying some on Amazon because then we can adjust the size, and I'll show you how I did that over here. But we raised up these hoops on this side because these cabbages were much bigger, and so all I did was using some tape that I had, some electrical tape, and taped them, and then they're screwed down there. I'd like to get the C-clamps at some point. And then some people have even ran a board across the top here. I'm not doing that today. It is 86 degrees out, and this lady is ready for some iced tea, so, but this is what I did. I laid it out with bricks. Like I said, I need to go in and find, but as you can tell, it's pretty see-through, and it's lightweight. It seems a lot more durable than what I had before. So, hopefully this could be a very resourceful, frugal way to save my cabbages. And if you grow cabbage, let me know what you do to kind of keep all the bugs off. I did notice there were some slugs in here, so I am going to research if I can put some DE down or something. Aren't they lovely? They just look like a pretty rosette.